Hey everyone, John Jackson here. Today I have the HK Army SABR Paintball package. I'm going to cover it, review it, and show you how to get everything set up once you get your package in. Let's get started. Alright, so first things first, if you're new to paintball and you're looking for a beginner paintball gun, we highly recommend the HK Army SABR. It's a newer gun. I believe it was released 2022. It's a very lightweight, very durable, easy to clean, easy to maintenance, low cost, low price paintball gun. And what I really like, it's available in 5 different colors, so you actually have a lot of options. Typically, with a low entry-level priced gun, you don't usually have very many options as far as colors go, and they don't look that cool. But I think the SABR does a pretty good job. HK's always got a pretty good sense of style, so they've done a great job with the SABR gun. So the SABR comes in a cardboard box. It does not come within a gun case, but there are gun cases that we've reviewed before that kind of show you what you could fit inside of it, and the SABR definitely fits in any of the HK Army or the Exalt gun cases. So open this up for you real quick. First thing you'll notice is a really nice parts diagram. This is really helpful for the players out there that like to work on or maintenance or clean their own equipment. That way, if you have any problems, you can go to the manual, you can watch some videos online, find out what part is giving you a problem, and you'll actually be able to find the part in your diagram and then get the part number so you can place the order with us or from HK directly. So pretty nice there. Of course, you've got, this is a pewter or their gray SABR. Pull that right out. It does come with a 12-inch ported barrel. So this is autococker threaded, so if you ever want to upgrade your barrel for your SABR, autococker threading is what you're looking for. So HK makes a few barrel options, and all you want to do is make sure that they say autococker threading on there, and they'll fit on the HK Army SABR. Also, nice plastic bag here, comes with a small little quick start manual. It comes with a small parts kit, so a couple O-rings and Allen keys that you'll need for your basic maintenance on your SABR, and a barrel sock inside the package. So that's everything that comes inside the box. I'm going to go ahead and pull the barrel sock out because we're going to need that to get started once we set it up. And I'm going to go ahead and pull the Allen keys out. We might need those as well. Good to go there. Go ahead and close this up to get this out of the way. So the SABR paintball gun is a mechanical paintball gun. What that means is it does not take batteries. It doesn't have any rapid fire or anything like that. It's going to be semi-automatic, which means one shot per trigger pull. Even though it has a double trigger here, that doesn't mean you can do the walking the trigger type method because it's mechanical. It's very difficult to pull the trigger compared to an electronic gun. It's not difficult to pull, but compared to an electronic gun that has a micro switch and batteries and electronics, it is a little more challenging. So to show you, go ahead and cock the gun back, and I'm going to go ahead and pull the trigger here, and it takes a little effort to pull the trigger. So once there's an air tank inside this gun, this is semi-automatic, meaning it will cock itself back between every shot so you can continue to fire the gun. That's what semi-automatic is. It's going to be one shot per trigger pull. So pretty easy to use, pretty straightforward. I just screwed the barrel on here. So this does come with a clamping feed neck to hold the hopper on top, and it is adjustable, so it has an Allen key here. It does come with a mechanical safety, so you can either push it for safety or push it to fire. And it does come with a double finger trigger, so you can actually use both fingers to pull it to help you fire a little bit faster. This is a unique design because most paintball guns have some sort of front grip, and HK's designed this where the hose from the front of the gun actually goes through the grip frame and down to the bottom. So it is hoseless, technically, or externally, but it also gives you a nice little place to hold onto the gun. So it's kind of a good little grip there. So for smaller players that are looking for a light paintball gun, this is a very light setup. So these are available in 5 different colors. Looking at your pewter or your gray, you have your all black, and these are a matte finish or a dust finish, so not going to be polished or shiny. Come in all red, you have your purple, and you have your blue. So with the SABR kit comes the 200 round gravity feed hopper. The SABR is a 68 caliber paintball gun, so it will only use 68 caliber paintballs currently when I'm making this video in 2023. And then this is a 68 caliber hopper. So this hopper will hold 200 rounds, 200 paintballs of 68 caliber. So 50 cal will not work in this gun. It's got a nice little lid system here, opens up, snaps closed, good to go. That just goes on top of the paintball gun here. And tighten it up. So this is actually a pretty good fit right out of the box. So I don't really feel that I need to tighten or loosen up the screw. What you're looking for when you set it up is you want to make sure it's snug. So I can hold it just like this without worrying about it falling off. And when I'm trying to turn it back and forth, it's not real easy to turn it. If you over tighten this here, it can actually clamp the hopper so the paintballs won't go through and cause problems. You want the feed neck snug enough where the hopper won't fall out easily, but you want it loose enough that if between games you have to take it out and clean it out, you can do that without using your tool. So the SABR package is available with both types of air tanks. You have your HK Army 20-ounce CO2 tank, so that's going to be CO2. And then we also have your 48 cubic inch 3000 psi compressed air tank or high pressure air tank that it's available in. It is recommended to go with the compressed air tank here. The bottles are typically a little bit more expensive. You're looking at about $50 for a compressed air tank if you're buying it as an individual item versus about $30 for a 20 ounce. The main difference between the two is your high pressure air is a regulated air system. It's cleaner, it's better for the paintball guns. So if you go ahead and start with this high pressure air tank now, and let's say you want to upgrade in the future to a Dye CZR or an Empire Mini GS that are electronic, this is the same bottle that is compatible and you can use on your Mini GS. Where if you go ahead and buy the CO2 now and save a few dollars now, in the future you'll also have to buy the compressed air tank. So you're technically spending more money by buying the CO2 now for about $30 and then also buying the compressed air tank for $50. Also, some paintball fields, for example here in Houston where we're at, do not fill CO2 anymore. So even though it is a little cheaper or less expensive option, a lot of your local paintball fields won't fill them up anymore. So before you make your purchase, make sure you reach out to a couple local fields and find out where you can get your compressed air tank filled up at. As far as shots go and efficiency on the SABR paintball gun, a CO2 tank is going to give you about 1,000 shots, sometimes closer to 1,200 shots depending on the gun and depending on how much they fill it up. So CO2, you're going to get a few more shots out of it compared to your compressed air tank where you're going to get about 800 shots. So what that means is this hopper holds about 200, you're going to get 800 shots, so you're going to get about 4 of these per airfill on your compressed air tank and about 5 of them out of the CO2 tank. The cost to refill these depends on your area that you're in, but they're about $5 to $6 to fill up each bottle. If I didn't say it already, we definitely recommend go ahead and starting with the compressed air tank. It is a better deal overall. It's going to save you money in the long run, and it is better for the SABR paintball gun. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and show you how to get your SABR paintball gun set up. So go ahead and move the CO2 tank out of the way. And first things first, you want to make sure you're careful with this. You want to go ahead and throw the barrel sock on the front of your gun here. So you're going to have to open it up. This is just basically a reinforced material here. And the purpose of this is if you accidentally pull a trigger when you're firing your gun, it doesn't actually shoot your TV or somebody next to you or somebody at the paintball field. So you go ahead and pull it around the back here and attach it to the back. You want to make sure it's firmly attached back there. I do recommend to take this actually and tie a small little knot in it. That way your little clip there doesn't come off the back. You want to keep it snug, like I said. So if you accidentally fire, it fires and it comes back in. That's the whole purpose of a barrel sock, something like that. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and put the safety on here. On your left side, I'm going to press it. And then I'm going to go ahead and cock the gun back before I put the air tank in. Go ahead and put it, and you can hear it click, ready to go. I typically recommend to point the paintball gun down at the ground and go ahead and take your compressed air tank and just drop it in the back. And you want to make sure it's straight up and down. Right now, the reason why I like to do this is because I don't have to hold the weight of the bottle in order for it to get to go into the paintball gun. If I did it this way, I'd actually have to push the air tank up as I'm trying to screw it in, and it's just not nearly as easy, especially if you're a newer, smaller player. So go ahead and point the paintball gun straight down to the ground and go ahead and set the air tank in the back and screw it down. Once you get it most of the way in there, you'll feel a little resistance and that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and screw the air tank in the rest of the way and you should hear it air up. Once you hear it air up, give it a couple more turns. Make sure it's locked in, good to go. And I'm not forcing it in, you just want it where it's snug and you're good to go. So right now there's air inside the gun, it's ready to fire. If I want to fire it, go ahead and turn the safety off and pull the trigger. And you're ready to go. I don't recommend to leave the air tank on the paintball gun when you're not going to play with it. For example, at the house. At the paintball field, you can leave it on all day. That's not a problem. The issue is sometimes the guns will have a small leak inside that you can't hear, and the air tank will slowly leak out over time. So when you go try to shoot it in the backyard again, your air tank's completely empty. And also for safety reasons, if you have a little brother, little sister, or somebody that's not familiar with paintball, they can go ahead and grab your paintball gun, pull the trigger, just joke it around, and because it has air and paint already inside of it, it's ready to go and actually shoot somebody in the house. So let's say you're done playing for the day and you want to take off your air tank, you want to break your gun down. Let's go ahead and show you how to do that. You want to make sure that your safety is on. Again, you're going to take the left side of the gun, press it flat. It says push safe. And then I'm going to point the bottom of the gun down towards the ground. The purpose of this, there's a small little hole right here, and as you unscrew this, the air from inside the paintball gun will actually vent out, and you don't want that to spray any dirt or any metal shavings or anything like that that's inside the gun into somebody's face. So go ahead and point it down. One thing that's really important to pay attention to when you're unscrewing the paintball tank, you want to make sure that the top regulator system stays attached to the cylinder of the paintball gun. If you start unscrewing the cylinder and the top part is not moving, stop what you're doing and take it to a local paintball field or local store. Somebody that's actually trained in working on paintball equipment. What this means is sometimes the air tank, the cylinder, could possibly come unscrewed from the valve, and then the air tank can start leaking out and cause problems that can be dangerous. So stop what you're doing as soon as you notice that. So what I'm going to do, again, I'm going to point the small hole towards the bottom, towards the ground. I'm going to go ahead and unscrew the air tank. You'll hear a little air blow out when it gets close to the end. Just like that. It's going to blow out, dirt, good to go. And you're all set. When you get done, ready to go, right now your gun is currently cocked back still. So I'm going to turn the safety off so I can pull the trigger because my bolt is in the back position, and pull the trigger. And I want my bolt to be in the forward position so it doesn't wear out the springs as much as if I had it in the back position ready to go. And I do recommend when you're going to store it, put the safety on, keep it just like that. And that's pretty much everything you need to know for the Saber. If you have any questions or any comments, or did I miss anything, make sure you comment below and let me know. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, make sure you take a second, like the video, please. It'll help show to other players like yourself that might be shopping for their first paintball gun. And of course, if you like weekly paintball videos, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel so we can grow and we can make more fun videos. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.